right, Fifth, you got it, brother.
All right, man. Hey, little technical difficulty we here, man. So today we're reviewing. we reviewing Creed. We reviewing Creed, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. We're gonna go around really.
You got access to the back end, right? So you can get the messages and stuff. You got access on the back end?
Yeah. I got it all.
Okay, so you okay? You got the lead. Are you good? Go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, so we're gonna go around really quick, have everybody introduce themselves, and that way we can get started. We'll open it up with the we saw the trailer, but we'll talk about the trailer a little bit. But we're gonna get into it a little bit. So we'll start with Steve. We'll start with you, Steve. Go ahead.
All right, and then after I do that, I'll download the trailer and we'll do it if you want to do it that way.
So, yeah, we can do it too.
Yeah. Steve Dean Williams, guys, the Man Mindset. Again, like I say, guys, coming straight out of Biloxi, Mississippi. We had a few difficulties because we was in a third world country called Mississippi. But shout out to all my dogs in the chat.
The Wi-Fi got lynched.
Shout out to all my brother and my partner dogs here, man. Let's eat. Let's get this shit.
Yeah, man. What's going on, man? It's your boy Miles Cunningham, representing that masculine identity membership, man. Remember, we always got the game for you over here. But I appreciate my bros, for coming together to do this Creed 3 review. It is what it is, man. Shout out to the panel, K Zaggin, Jay Roman, Mr. 1950, and the big homie Steve the Dean. And check this out, man. Listen, guys, remember we got the Game Kings 2 seminar, definition of a man seminar in April 2nd.
Wait, Miles, hold on. You got it too fast. Hold on, grab it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miles, go. Say it. Go.
Yeah, we got the Game Kings 2 Definition of a Man Seminar, NYC, April 2nd, 2023, featuring K Zaggin, you know what I'm saying? Manhood is a skill set all day, every day. Mr. Ron Wills and Taekwondo from the Dojo Baby. And we also got the bad boy of the Dayton game, Mr. Lucario, and your boy Miles Cunningham. It's going to be lit, man. I'm telling you guys, the energy is crazy. You guys know and love us from the lives, but in person, it's a whole different feel, man. So make sure y'all get your tickets. The link will be in the description of all my YouTube videos. So follow me on YouTube and then go to the description, or you could come over at my Instagram, Miles in the Game on Instagram, Miles in the Game on Instagram, and you could get your tickets over there on my link tree. All right. So thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you, Mr. 1950, for putting this together. And let's review Creed 3.
All right, man. We got Jay Roman. Go ahead, brother.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me on here. Like always, I would plug something from the Silverback Lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then I always encourage everybody to watch the Sunday show. But I got some stuff coming for you guys. Told everybody I'll be working on it. I've been working on it. And next week I should bring something on my own channel.
Yeah.
And slowly progressing some stuff. So watch out for it. And Zag, what's up? Like always, man. Appreciate you too, man, for having me on the Saturday shows.
Fifth, you got to cut off your other stream, brother.
While the stream still up?
I know you got like 5 computers and shit.
It's like 12 people sitting that motherfucker, bro.
What are y'all niggas doing? Yeah, you might want to send a comment to tell them to come on over.
Yeah. Tell them to come over before you cut it off. Yeah.
No. Fifth got to wait for Creed's wife and mother and little daughter to tell him to do that shit.
Yo, oh my
God. Steve taking dicks at every goddamn thing.
Yeah, fuck that movie,
man. Motherfucking
man, man, as soon as I seen that movie, first of all, we had an experience in the theater because there were some people talking that I had to be like, hey, man, what's up? I hope y'all ain't gonna be chatting like this during the whole movie.
The whole thing.
And then of course they calmed them down after that, Yeah. But just some youngsters, man. They weren't really there for the movie. I guess they was killing some time or something.
Hey, love, we was about to squabble in there though.
Yeah. I think they were surprised. We bought 4 seats for two men in there. We had 4 seats for 2 men.
No, it was 3. It was my son. So we wanted to make sure we had some room in this motherfucker, man. So this real life. So it was some motherfuckers in there, my feet up and shit. I don't give a fuck, man. I'm gonna tell you, dog. I don't give a fuck. But when a movie come on, everybody should be giving a fuck, right? So it's these motherfuckers right to us with no inside voice, nigga. You talk to your boys next to you, whatever, but there was no inside voice, nigga. So these dudes was just talking loud
and chuck.
So Jay Roman was over there and he was like, what'd you tell him? What'd you tell them, Cass?
The first thing I said was, damn, y'all whisper voice sucks.
Yeah.
Right? And then the dude kind of perked up and kind of looked that way. And then my second was like, man, I hope y'all ain't gonna be talking like this during the whole movie.
So
and then after that,
we all, then I had to just turn my whole body that way. And my son, everything, I'm just like this quick over there. Like, man,
and then behind them, a couple people chuckled, let them know, like, yeah, man, y'all kind of loud. So everybody in the theater was feeling what I was saying. Just took somebody just to say something.
That's right.
That's what I hate. I hate that more motherfuckers can't stand up and all in unison. Shut the fuck up. Just say that shit. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but they got the point. So they sat down and enjoyed the movie.
They definitely got the point. So we want to get it started. First off, I don't know if you got the trailer. You got the trailer, Steve? If not,
I did. I'll grab it.
Okay. So really quick, we just go around and talk about first overall. When you heard Creed was coming out, what is the first impressions that you thought? Like, should this be it? Because like the Fast and Furious, I feel like they should end that motherfucker. It's just too many. It's just too many. But what about Creed? This is the third one. When you first heard about it coming out, what did y'all think, man?
Me personally, I thought I was excited. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of like the Creed movies a little bit. Only because there's a little bit more technical boxing in Creed movies. Because if you watch a Rocky movie, there's absolutely no fucking defense. This nigga Rocky,
it's just slugging.
Yeah, nigga Rocky get hit in the face on every fucking punch. Mr. T too. If you watch Rocky 3, Mr. T head is going back like this the whole fucking movie. So, but with Creed movies, you see them do combinations. You see them block. You see a couple of technical moves in boxing that's a little bit better. And I'm always hyped to see a black man get a bag. So it's all good with me. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard it was coming out, I was pretty excited, man. I was pretty because I practice boxing every week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm down for anything with boxing.
Well, let me say this, because all I give a fuck about is the fight scenes. I don't give a fuck about none of that other storyline. I don't care about none of that shit. Although for this Creed, I paid close attention to the bullshit. There was a lot of that. But to your point, Miles, because it was very technical, where they were actually setting up, like in real life, where you set the motherfucker up based on them how they throw their punches and how they hold their hand, and there was a lot of that. Like even when at one point during the movie, it showed him looking at his rib cage. Like every time he throw a particular punch or a combination, that shit is open. Kind of like I got to remember that shit is open. So that part, the technical part, was kind of
tight.
They put some thought into it. They put some thought into it. That was dope.
I thought that was kind of tight, man.
Yeah, I was, and after everyone's, I got the trailer ready. But yeah, when I saw it, I was like Miles said, I support black men in movies. And I think that was good. I was just worried that, and I was right, that it would probably be a carryover of some femininity in that shit. I was a little salty that Rocky was a little bitch about that shit, acting like he all mad because he wasn't a part of it. So I was kind of pissed off at Rocky about that shit. But I was also, like I said, a little bit disappointed because I loved how they rolled in the old characters. Again, I wanted to see Mr. T. I wanted to see his son. I was hoping that was Mr. T's son or something like that.
That's what I thought too. Yeah,
that was the only thing. It was just a few of those things was just bothering me. But when everyone's done, then let me know and I'll pop that trailer, brother.
Yeah, for me.
Go ahead.
For me, I'm a big fan of movies. When growing up, we didn't go see a lot of movies. So Cass was talking about the movie they seen on the playground or at school. I couldn't say anything about it because we didn't go see it. It was just too many of us were also to go see the movie. If I wasn't sneaking in. So when I got older,
and we did hold the back door open for each other.
When I got older, I went to every movie I wanted to go see.
Pay for one and 20s coming in.
So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of movies, man, and especially when they continue something, like Creed or Rocky, and it comes out 10 years later or whatever, and it's a pretty good continuation of how they set it up, with it. So when I seen Creed 3, I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes, and that's where my excitement was at. And then watching the whole movie, going through it, the excitement started to dwindle down. It was there's a lot of things in this movie I was just but we can go.
We about to get into it. I got the questions up, but go ahead. Now we got
50,
Zach.
Nigga, you good? Nigga, you repping yourself kind of awkwardly, nigga. You straight, nigga?
Oh yeah. So today I did 200 push-ups.
Okay.
So I don't know. I ain't did it in a while. I'm like,
why this nigga touching himself on camera?
Hey, so your shoulder when you do the push-ups, you ain't did them in a while. Oh my nigga, it feel like right here, like my shit is
that's the age catching up, man.
Nah, man, my shit right here is.
If you ain't did push-ups for 2 years at the age of 19 and you come back 21, your shoulders ain't gonna be hurting.
I was like, man, I had to get these push-ups in, and my shoulders are sore, man. But I'm glad you noticed that, Zach. I appreciate that.
They got BioFreeze, icy hot, nigga. They got all types of shit, nigga.
I refuse to put any of that shit on me, nigga. I'm officially retired if I put that shit on me, dog.
Y'all nigga.
Tiger bombing it. You go tiger bomb it.
Fuck that, nigga. I'm not. I'm not doing that, man. So go, Zach. What did you think about? What did you think about when you heard about it coming out, Zach?
I didn't think nothing of it. To be honest with you, I initially didn't really give a fuck about it. The only thing that made me kind of interested is when he got called corny and shit, and he was at the premiere, and he was acting like a little hoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and check out that movie now. I just want to see.
I ain't gonna lie. You're right.
And you know, just like in real life, he was corny in the movie too and shit. So I just want to point that out.
Hey, that corniness played a part when I was watching that movie though, because when you seen the corniness in the movie, you was like, yeah, that's probably his real personality.
I knew he produced it. I knew he produced it. But go ahead, Steve. You got it. Let's see that trailer. Let's walk through this trailer.
All right, here's the trailer, guys.
I spent the last 7 years of my life living out my wildest dreams. Bianca, Rocky, my dad. This was built on their shoulders. Hey, my man, can I help you?
Let me get an autograph.
Nah, I ain't signing an autograph, but you get off my car.
You don't remember me, huh?
Damien. How long were you locked up?
18 years, bro. Just got out last week.
Glad to have you back out, huh?
I know I've been away a long time, but I kept myself in shape. I still got gas in the tank.
Come by the gym.
Thank you.
Curious what happened with you two?
I didn't tell you.
We was like brothers.
I was the best, though. But I never got a chance to prove that.
That's cute.
I know what you're doing, Donnie. You don't owe this dude nothing.
Damien's fighting the world and he's trying to hurt people.
I vouch for you. You think you mad? Try spending half your life in a cell, watching somebody else live your life. I'm coming for everything.
You threatening me?
Something is going on with you.
Damien was like family.
Now we past talking.
Then maybe you just have to find him.
Do what I gotta do. Some of my methods you might disagree with me. These are family ties. I recognize mine. I know that they needed me. It's traumatic stress. Watch it manifest. Got my only fear. I ain't scared of death. Did you hear me yet? I ain't scared of death. Did you hear me yet? What you gonna do? Threaten to take my breath?
I need you to let go of your fear. Let go of the guilt. Let go of whatever was and walk into what is.
I feel those chains are breaking, yeah. I fear God, I don't fear death. I see those stripes and take a step.
All right, there you go, brothers.
That was a different trailer.
I didn't know what you were. I just read.
Nah, nigga, it was different, but not really.
Yeah, not really. No, and
That
I ain't tripping,
bitch-
Steve. I ain't tripping.
That bitch was real encouraging to this nigga. I mean, she was real influential to this nigga, man. Every move he made in that trailer was. Remember, he said in the beginning of the trailer, it was like, one of my, my biggest loves. He was supposed to be talking about boxing shit. Nigga, they showed a picture of this bitch walking. Nigga, off top.
Yo. Hey, you know what I noticed? You know what I noticed about the trailer? That part, if you notice real quick, there was a part in the movie where it was him and his family sitting at a bench, like a lunch bench inside the jail, in the jail.
But they never showed.
That wasn't in the fucking movie.
that they never
No,
showed in the movie.
no, that part got cut.
Yeah, that part got cut. You understand? So a couple of things like that, you know, with the trailer. But I think the trailer did. I think the trailer did the job. You know, it captured the the story and the basis of everything. It's a couple things that I noticed that wasn't there in the movie, but the trailer basically, gave a decent synopsis of the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was enough to get me excited to watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I love boxing, and I just like, I like to see niggas get hit. It is what it is.
Let me
me too.
50. The questions that you had prepared, do you have those that you still want to go over those and shit?
Nah, yeah, I got them, but we can talk about the trailer now, and then I'll just read the questions to y'all. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I was hyped for the movie. I wanted to see it after the trailer, but I didn't need to see the whole trailer. When I heard Creed 3 was coming out and seeing the boxing scenes, alone was like, all right, let's check this out.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, before the questions, can we give our synopsis of it like we did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Yeah.
So let's go around. Yeah, let's go around the room. Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve. You want to go first?
Oh, fuck it. Well, you know what I was saying. Okay. Well, here's my fucking problem with the fucking movie. All right. So, as I said before, I hated the fact that it was a female-driven movie. His mother drove the movie, his wife drove the movie, and even his fucking daughter drove the movie. That was the problem I had.
Oh, wait, real quick, Steve, not to interrupt you, but even the mother of the Spanish boxer nigga that was coming up in the gym.
Yeah.
Her too.
Oh, she drove. Yeah, so there's four.
Right.
Yeah. So, real quick, my thing is that this movie shows you why you shouldn't help people out. Fuck helping people out, because as I said before, here's a guy that was getting punked in the boys' school, and then because he had a fucked up attitude, he fought and beat up the guy outside the store, and where his friend came in and helped him out. And what did he get as a thanks? He ran from his friend. His friend got arrested for like 18 years. This guy blows up, doesn't write him, doesn't be in touch with him. And as I said, if y'all my boys and that happened to me, like I was getting my bitch ass beat and y'all came in and y'all took the hit from me, as soon as you came out the thing, you would have the Bugatti keys. Your house on Dick Corner or Pussy Avenue would be set up. And I'm going to have the bitches there, and you have a bank account with a few meals in there. I'm going to take care of you, because without you, I wouldn't even be in the position I am. So real quick, what I see here is somebody that forgot where the fuck he came from.
Facts.
Somebody that didn't challenge his mother. Yeah, and I told you, if you withhold somebody's mail, that's a federal fucking offense. She ain't allowed to be holding his fucking mail back because mommy doesn't want him
to me off.
Yeah, go back to his old life. If I was that motherfucker, I would have cut my mother off and say, get the fuck out of this house I got for you. I don't give a fuck if she's stroking or not. I don't play that shit. So I'm just saying that I got problems with this thing, but I'm good. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Oh, let me say this now. Let me say this, Steve. Pussy Avenue sounds very enticing, but what the fuck is on Dick Street?
Dick on the forehead street.
Right. And I'm gonna fuck with y'all niggas because before the show, y'all was making fun of my Biloxi shit. So I'm gonna let y'all niggas have it today, goddamn. So anyway, that's the inside thing. We ain't gonna get into that, fellas. Now, to your point, Steve, when I saw the mail, that shit bothered me. It really, really fucked with me that she withheld his mail. Number one, he's a grown man. Why are you holding my shit? You know what I'm saying? And that contributed to the problem between him and old boy. I mean, now he was the major factor, Steve. To your point, he should have knew his exact release date of his boy when he was getting out.
Yes.
He should have at least knew he's going to be released around this time. The day he's released, there's going to be a limo outside waiting for him. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some bitches, something.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Everything. Pick your boy up from the joint, because like you said, he took that hit for you while you ran. You know what I'm saying? He getting arrested for saving you for something that you started.
Right. Yep.
So it's not so much that he ran. That's part of it too. But you should have doubled back on some. when I get in position to help him, I'm gonna help him. I got him for life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That should have been that. But that male part, and I'm gonna pass it to one of you guys. That male
that
part,
nigga, he didn't like that money he slid him though. He didn't like that money he tried to slide him though. He was a bitch ass nigga because I'd have took that. Oh, thanks, man.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say something about that scene. That scene was one of the best scenes of the movie. I think there was a lot of awkwardness between the two of them when the first time they met up to have
when it was eating at the table.
Yeah, when it was eating,
you can sense it.
And then he tried to offer him the bread, and he's like, "Nah, I'm good, brother. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a chance to box or whatever." But here's what I want to say about the movie. The entire backstory just seemed like irrelevant and tacked on. You understand? Because the same reason why you're looking at it like, yo, why he ain't look out for his boy? If he coming out of jail, he should have known. Like all of that shit just seemed kind of tacked on. And then they kind of had to do the whole his mother withheld and the letters and all that other shit, but it was just weird. Like it just didn't make sense. Because if we was brothers like that, there's no way I wouldn't have found out where you were to at least come see you on my own, and then I could be like, yo, if you gonna write me, send them to my friend's house so I could get them because my mom acting like an idiot over here or something. It would have been different, bro. It would have been something different. You know what I'm saying? You know, or maybe they should have kept it as friends, but he betrayed him because he had resentment for the fact that he spent so much time in jail. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? That would have been better. But see, that leads me to my whole point with the movie, that I understand that it was Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut, and there was a lot of pacing and continuity issues for me. You understand that the backstory was definitely one of them. Another continuity situation for me was the issue with the child and her fighting. She fought once. And then the teacher was like, "Oh, well, your daughter fights. She fights all the time." And it's like, this was the first incident. Okay, so that's number one. When homie did the thing and Drago's hand got hit, he found out that it was a setup. Nobody followed up with a fucking police investigation or nothing like that. And if that really was the case, somebody should have got arrested and this nigga should have got disqualified. He never should have got a chance to fight and all of that, right? Yeah. Okay. Then another thing is, after he won the fight and he went to go see him at the beach, when he punched him in the face, he had blood on his eye. And then the next day he didn't have a bruise or nothing. You understand? And then another thing was his mother dying. His mother died, and then she just fucking died. There was because listen, if my mother dies and I'm writing a story about me as a boxer, as a fighter, I'm gonna find some way to incorporate the rage and the grief of my mother dying to put into, damn, you know, they about to count me out. I need to get up. The memory of my mother. Like, I got to get up. I got to do it for my father. I got to do it for my mother. I got to do it for the people that brought me here. I got to do it for Rocky, goddammit. Like, whatever it is. But his mother just died, and then it was like on to the next scene. It's like you just forgot that his mother died from the previous scene. So, overall, I was still entertained by the movie overall. But I watched so many fucking movies, and I know when it's a inexperienced director doing shit. But J. Roman, you got it.
No, I totally agree with the mother dying. Like, I felt like there was no need for it.
Yeah,
because they didn't even use it as a focal point for him getting angry to do anything with the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't add extra fuel. It didn't add anything. It's just like, she died. Yeah, it's sad. And boom, that's that. So it didn't really add to the whole storyline besides killing her character off.
Exactly.
You know, maybe she was like, hey, I'm not doing any more movies. And so they just went ahead and killed her off. I don't know. But I felt like it was kind of choppy and fast and slowed. And, you know, it could have had a better flow. It could have had a better background for the story. I'm with you guys on the fact that, yeah, the mother, under her guise of protection, whatever, was trying to protect and hold these letters. But at a certain age, when you're older now, you should have been caught up with your homie and said, you know, what's up? What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? My bad for even running away. You know, right. I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't a kid now. Let me help you as much as I can right now. I know you in there.
Right.
Also, 18 years. Now, I know he probably got them 18 years for doing something else in jail. So you can't be blaming him for the whole 18 you done did.
Yeah.
You know, because you was a minor or anyway to begin with when something happened. So, I mean, it was tacked on 18 years. So the whole storyline was just pretty lame on how it all developed.
Yep.
Okay.
I like Dame's speech and his attitude way more than I liked, the main character Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
because he seemed to be straight up, what's up?
Always like the villain anyway, dog. I'm a villain.
So I was confused that when he whooped homie on the first fight, right? He whooped him. I'm like, well, that's what he's supposed to do as a boxer. Why are you getting mad that he just beat the boxer? You put him in this ring and saved your whole date for the fight, and he wound up winning. You should be happy. Like, hey, okay, bro, I put y'all both in there. You came out, you won. Let's move on from here. You got it.
He did hit him with that elbow, though. He hit him with that elbow.
So what?
So hey, you got it.
Hey, fuck all that.
The dude made a slick little comment. You knew it wasn't going to be fair, right? The dude made a slick little comment when he was like, "Oh, he looked at his Garmin on his leg, his GPS, right, and was like, oh, look at that, that's cute." So he got with him. You know what I'm saying? He got with him real quick.
And Jay Roman, this is what didn't make sense about the ankle monitor. So your court ordered to wear an ankle monitor, but they cut it off for the fight. It don't work that way. Either you're gonna have it on the whole time or don't use it at all. Right. But they don't cut it off just because you're having a fucking boxing match.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real too, man. Just the whole. I didn't like how the stereotype was there. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, why does Apollo Creed's son gotta be from the block? Just being a hood cat all the way around. I thought Apollo Creed. I thought he was like he had little chips or something. Like, where was his bread?
You gotta remember, it was a side chick that he was fucking.
Yeah,
that wasn't his birth mom.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense.
Felicia Rasad's character was not his birth mother and shit.
Right.
Okay. Well, that makes more sense. Okay. That was a huge part for me. But another thing is like the whole part of him not being happy for his boy who won the championship belt. What type of nigga is this? What type of nigga is not ecstatic about his homie just winning a belt that just got out at 18 did for you?
Right.
He was shook over there. He couldn't even be happy. He was looking at his woman and shit like, how I'm gonna help this out.
Looking at his chick.
Yeah, man. Like, what is like, dog? I don't know about y'all, but if that's my dog, like Steve said, man, I just felt like he sold his boy out. I wouldn't even needed no letters. I would have found out what's going on with my bro, like before that. Like, I don't need letters. I'm gonna go find out what's up. And see, this is the part of the movie that really got me, dog. We'll get into some overall questions, but this is the part that got me, dog. I'm so sick and tired of them and trying to empower women to do shit we do.
Mm-hmm.
The little girl was in there boxing. Fuck that. And this is where I have a problem. It's always about empowering this shit to happen. This shit goes on too much in the movies. That young lady should have been cooking and cleaning, bro. What are we doing out here boxing in the ring? And then I watched a behind the scenes thing, and they were talking about they really wanted to emphasize her being in the ring boxing. And this is where I had a problem. And I think I told you this, Jay Roman. I was like, bro, this whole narrative, even at the end, like how much you want to bet that the next Creed is going to be his daughter in there taking over for Creed.
Yes, that's literally what it's going to be, because Michael B. Jordan talked about the intellectual property turning into a Creed universe. But you got it.
So that bothered me, man, and I just see it coming. You know what I mean? And then that's when you're gonna get a whole lot of the ladies going out like it's their turn. You know what I mean? Like my whole thing, man. Let me just say this, man. I believe in symbolism, and I think they dropped the ball there. It's always got to be these type movies, man. Not really feeling it, and just it was a lot, dog. You know, just like when he was on the balcony. You know what I mean? With his homeboys, boy just got out of jail. You know, he was cool with his boy out there, but you could always tell he was kind of shaky with his homie. Like, nigga, this is your bro. He just did 18 of them.
50, like he was nervous to be in his physical presence.
Yeah, no, like he was like
nervous.
sure. I didn't like that, and that doesn't represent like a lot of the culture. You know what I mean? You know how we rock, man. When you get out, we throwing parties and all type shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Now, to your point, Miles, and I think Jay Roman hit on it. The backstory. If you were gonna add a backstory to why he got 18, because all he had was a gun charge. That's like a few years.
Yeah.
How did it turn from like 2-3 years? You know what I'm saying, to like 18? What to me, when you add that many more years, nigga, a murder took place.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It had to have been a murder that took place.
Yeah.
So, and it's not saying that I wanted to see a murder scene, but give some context to why he did so many years for a gun charge. He didn't shoot nobody.
He didn't shoot nobody. He just pulled the gun out, and the cops pulled up, and then that was that. And then the kid ran. Like it was so weak. It was weak. And the thing that made it even more weak was that they kept like, giving you little bits and pieces of the flashback. But then when you actually got the whole story of the flashback, it's like, so? You know what I'm saying? The story didn't hold up to me. It just didn't hold up. And I thought for a second they was going to get into the fact that the dude, Leon's character, was molesting him in the group home or something. I thought it was something more serious than that.
I was hoping that they weren't going to do that shit.
But the way they was,
I feel you.
The way they was trying to play the story like it was some big, major emotional story. And it's like, nigga, y'all niggas was just getting beat up in a group home. That's what niggas do in a group home. You get fucked up from time to time, nigga.
You get slapped around.
Yeah.
Come on now. That's not no super traumatic shit like what you're talking about.
Like, nigga, I went to public school. I used to get smacked up from time to time, like in the fucking hallway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is. And I used to smack niggas up too. Junior high, I was a fucking bully in junior high. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But so the point I'm trying to make is, the backstory just didn't really hold up to the rest of the story. And like I said, I understand. And by the way, the whole thing about, because I saw a little interview with Sylvester Stallone, and there's this guy named, I think, Irwin Winkler that actually executive produced the movie. And Sylvester Stallone is cool with Michael B. Jordan, but he's not cool with the Winkler dude.
That explains some shit then.
Yeah, and so that's why Stallone don't want to be a part of the situation anymore because of the people that's like taking over the intellectual property and the story and shit. And real quick, I think it has to do a lot with what Steve is saying and what 50 was saying about how they trying to take the story and womanize it. And I don't think Stallone was on it like that. I really don't.
No, he an old school nigga. I don't think he want that either. Now he did produce it, and Michael B. Jordan directed it. You know what I'm saying? So, but to your point, Miles, I think something happened along the way where he like, I don't want to do this shit no more. I think he did do an interview where he said he was removing himself from that situation.
Yeah,
there was one part in particular. I'm not going to talk about it yet. I'm gonna wait till we get to your question, 50. But there was one part early on in the movie that bothered the fuck out of me. But I'm gonna get to that later. I'm still bothered by it. But I'm gonna wait for you till you get to the question.
So let's talk about is this rewatchable for you? Like we talked about the movie. Would you watch this again? Let's say you was on the couch. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Just on the couch, fucking HBO Max or something just flopped up, and you just actually seen it just coming on. Would you just say, you know what? Let me just check this shit out again. You know what I mean? If it bounced on Netflix.
This is how I would do it. If it's just me by myself, I'm only watching the fight scenes. I'm fast forwarding and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? If my son, my oldest son is 23, if he happened to be with me, then I'm gonna break down that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the fight scene, I mean, we'll watch that shit because the fight scene is always cool. But when it comes to the other teachable moments, then I'll break down that shit with him. But if I'm watching it by myself, I'm going straight to the fight scenes and that's it.
I'm with it. I'm with you, Zach. I'm just gonna watch the fight scenes and call it a day. I ain't watching nothing else.
Yeah,
I'm gonna still flick for something else. Go ahead, Steve.
No, I'd watch the like you said, I agree with y'all guys, but I got a bitch over. She give me some dome or she cooking something like that. I'm sitting on the couch laying back. I probably watch that shit and like as she get done sucking my dick, I'll be like, baby, look at that part right there. See, that's the why I don't like fucking women. I talk shit about the thing while the bitch is sucking my dick or some shit. You know what I mean? So it just all depends. But if I'm by myself, I'll do exactly that. I get to the fight scenes and stuff. Well, matter of fact, I get to the sparring scene because I love the technical of how he was hitting his shoulder. There was some great moves on that. I don't know why he didn't do that to Michael B. Jordan. He was
he fucking up that labrum and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
So
that sparring scene was nice. I might watch that again, but you know, when you guys are just talking, you know, I got a son about 6 years old, and I only watch stuff that's influential with me and him, and we discuss things, we talk things out. And as far as him watching this movie, if there's no representative of him in the movie to watch it, then I'm good, you know. And I felt like it's one of those things once again where, you know, they're trying to promote where the boys can cry and the girls can do all this manly stuff, right? So it's always in commercials, TV programs, and all this other stuff where for some reason they always want to encourage, get in touch with your feelings, and you know, you can cry and you can do all this stuff. But then when it comes to little girls, you can fight and you can do this, and you know, don't let nothing hold you back and stuff. And so, you know, I don't mind you doing that because I got a daughter too, but at the same time, my son needs that too. So don't take that away from him too. So, you know, for me, you know, the technical boxing scenes, yeah, that's pretty nice. But truthfully, I seen the movie once and I probably ain't gonna never see it again.
Facts.
Jay Roland, to your point, what bothered me, she kept pestering him. Be vulnerable. Tell me what's wrong.
Yeah.
There was look, here's the thing. I can see if he was drinking heavily or smacking her around or doing some ill shit and just acting, but he wasn't even doing nothing. She kept just be vulnerable. Talk to me. It was almost as if she was saying, I don't know what's going to happen with our future if you're not vulnerable and you don't open up. That's how I took it. That shit was irritating the fuck out of me.
Just be a bitch.
Well, real quick, but see, that's the problem I have, and that's what they were trying to push, that female agenda. Women are always going to do that to all of us on this panel because we are men and they want to see femininity in this, and they're going to try to, you know, tell it, you know, open up to me, you know, tell me what's on your mind. You got to speak to me, open up to me, and all this other stuff. What was so fucked up is that if you see, he wouldn't talk because I felt he was guilty. I think he wouldn't talk because of guilt or shame or something. Because I would have told that motherfucker, yeah, this is what happened. I got my ass whipped in the boys thing. He helped me out. He's my boy. And I'm gonna do what I need to do. You need to sit your ass down, and if not, get your ass out. I don't want to hear all that. Let's talk about this. Help me out. We gotta be a family. All that stupid shit.
I think also too, I think the women had way too big of a part in this movie, dude. There was way too much emphasis on them. I remember the old Rockies. Now his bitch came to the fight, and he may have had a couple little sentences for her. But nigga, this nigga was hitting the cow in the fucking snow. This nigga was rolling logs. Rocky wasn't really, he didn't really have all these bitches all up in his shit like that, dog. And it's like, why does fucking Creed have to be the one where the bitch is taking over? Dog, I don't know, dog. I felt it I'm telling you, dog, when I was watching it, I felt it was almost chick flicky. I really did, dog. I really feel like they're trying to involve the women into the Creed little lineup, the little daughter, you know, that little whole sequence. Then they got, you know, so you got some pretty good actors in there for the women, man. You know, I still like Claire. You know what I mean? And she's still Claire to me.
Miss Huxtable.
Miss Huxtable. Yeah.
She looked nice for her age too. I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting with there like, hey.
Hey, Claire.
I remember her singing on the top of the stairs. Yeah, I
I remember her walking down with her little hurt foot and that little tight little blue goldish dress when she hurt her foot and it was modeling it or something. I was like, Claire got a little wag back there. Yeah, but now I thought too they could have gave him a better looking woman though. Like I thought this woman was kind of like low level. I don't even know who this woman was, but I was like, man, you tell me all these women they couldn't find him a nice one, though.
No, but that's the representative of the agenda, bro. Because she's the ambiguous, like, you know, pansexual lesbian chick. She's the LGBT representative for the female agenda of where they trying to go with the movie. Don't you see in the Marvel movies, Thor handed over the keys to Asgard to this bitch? That's how it works. It's all an agenda, bruh. It's all an agenda. Because you can't have Michael B. Jordan boxing and all this shit with all these muscles, and then have Jonathan Majors boxing and shit with all these muscles, and then have an actually feminine woman in the movie. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a gender fluid type bitch in the movie. You understand?
She was way too tough, my nigga. She was way too tough, my nigga.
And she was out of bounds a couple times. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no, we're gonna get to that.
Man rules.
Another part in particular.
Yeah, on man rules.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it now. I was about to say, is the movie manly for you? Was there some parts that was unmanly?
He was not a leader in his household. The only thing he was the provider. And
oh shit!
I'm very reluctant to say he was even the protector in this thing. He was more so. Somebody phone ring?
Sorry, guys. That's my line. Man. Go ahead. We got.
You need to check that
I'm
ringtone.
gonna get to the part. I'm gonna get to the part that I didn't like.
When was real.
The daughter got into the fight, and they came up to the school, and there was at least twice he was trying to talk to the dude, and she kept interrupting that nigga, like, and took over the conversation.
Facts.
The first time it happened, he should have dismissed. Hey, go wait in the other room. That shit pissed me off, and he let her do it.
Mm-hmm.
He let her take over the conversation. So basically, what she was doing was saying, "I don't like how you're raising our daughter. I'm going to interject my opinion into it, and I want more of my influence to be on our daughter's rearing and not yours, because I don't like yours." The bitch got to go. She got to go. That's just how I felt.
Well, speaking on that part, I don't like getting hushed in front of nobody. Like, right alone, like that's hold on. If I want to raise this conversation to anger, then I'm gonna raise this conversation to anger. You can sit back and just shake your head like he's doing it again. Yes, I'm doing it again because that's how I want to do right now. But my man violation in this movie, it was small, but I'm the type of guy that I will not go into your home unless you are there.
Yeah,
I'm that old school dude. Like if you say, "Hey, meet me at my house," I'm not stepping into your house unless you're there. Now your woman could come to the door and say, "Oh, he told me to tell you to come right in, sit on the couch," and woo. I'm not doing it. I'm old school. And when I'm in your house and you have a barbecue, I'm not standing around the women's table or in the kitchen just having a full-blown conversation with her. I'm out with the fellas to laugh and talk. So when I felt like when the homie Dame was there and he was giving all the storyline and the background to her, and she just asking multiple questions, and they's over there talking. As a dude, we don't do that. As a guy, we don't do that. Like, I'm not going to be in your woman's face, ha ha, he. Yeah. And to come in somebody's home and do that, I was like, man, that's a little man violation right there. And she should have walked away a long time ago. Because if you want to know some information, you should have asked me. And if I ain't telling you it, my friends shouldn't be telling it at all either. So, I didn't like that part at all with it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Miles.
Yeah, my thing, as far as it being somewhat of a feminine type movie was the entire part of her trying to get him to quote unquote open up, and the way she kept pressing him and acting like, "Oh, well, you better get your stuff together because this, that, and the third," and then because look, I don't know about other niggas, but I don't really condone like arguments and a bitch pressing me and raising her voice or you know what I'm saying, or bringing me to a point where I'm raising my voice. Like none of that shit really makes sense to me at this point. You understand? Like maybe when I was younger and my game wasn't as tight, but at this point I'm a man of a certain age. Like if a bitch is in my life and she's making me stressed to the point where I gotta raise my voice, she shouldn't be with me, man. Like we should kind of end this or something like that. I don't give a fuck. We got a kid or what. You need to get your ass out of the house. You need to get your ass out. Nah, because my
I dig it though.
Bro, if I'm a boxer, the most stress I'm supposed to have is worrying about the next nigga I gotta face type shit. If I'm literally a fighter and I'm coming home arguing with my nigga, stop. Just stop.
That's why most fighters go away when it's time for a big fight.
Exactly.
They normally go away for like 6 months.
And go train when they ain't got no problems with their chick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just thought that part was kind of crazy. You know, all that, oh, well, you better talk to somebody because if you don't get your stuff together, I don't know if we're going to make it and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, shut up. Please
I don't do idle threats.
All that type of shit.
Yeah, I don't do threats at all, but idle threats, so I think it's even worse. I'd rather for you tell me, motherfucker, do this, do that, because then I'll cut you out and be really over. But the idle threats, the little passive aggressive approach, she was just like damn near choosing shit. Exactly. You're not special.
And one more little part too. When they knew that he knew his mother's health was deteriorating, and he was trying to get her to move into their house so they could take better care of her. And the mother was like, I'm not leaving my house. I would have looked at my mom like, bitch, you ain't got no fucking choice.
Right.
None at all.
No choice. You're of a certain age and you on medication, and I'm telling you to come live with us so we could take care of you. You're at this point, you have no choice. So you know, as much as I respect Claire, you understand what I'm saying? If I'm her son holding shit down, I'm like, you have no choice. I don't care what you like. This is not your decision. You understand what I'm saying? I'm your son. I'm your fucking next of kin. When something goes down, I have the power of attorney. So therefore, I have authority over you. You understand? So come, you know, we're going to have the nurse's aid. You're going to live in our house so you can see your granddaughter all the time and make sure that you have a reason to live and make sure you good so we could keep your ass alive as long as possible. You see what I'm saying? Because right after that scene, I knew that was the last scene for Claire Huxtable. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, that's it. Like, she's done. Like, they gave her the pill. She was like, no, yeah, she's done. You know what I'm saying? So that little contention of her, like, acting like, well, you can't tell me what to do. That was like another, like, woman's stubbornness. And then he kind of just folded. And I'm saying if I was him in that situation, I wouldn't have folded. I would have been like, yeah, I would have told my woman, yeah, pack her shit. And then we coming to my house tonight.
Let me add this. And this is something that I noticed. And maybe this is a reach, but stay with me here. Let's go back to Rocky. His wife never worked.
Right.
At least when he got on. Maybe when they first met and they both broke, maybe then. But when they got on, she didn't work. Claire Huxtable's character didn't work. I find it interesting that his wife was in music, meaning they were showing the fact that she made money. Stay with me, hold on. Made money as if to say that she contributed to the success of the lifestyle. The house.
Ain't that a trip?
As an equal partner. So when she said that nigga, she could say that because she's his equal. Maybe I'm reaching.
Good point.
I did.
How many Grammys do you have in golden records?
You know what I mean?
They made sure to talk about her accomplishments.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. A lot of these movies, these bitches be out of order, dog. And I don't want to sound red pill on this show, but a lot of these bitches be out of order on these movies, dog. Like I'm like 100%. Zag, you hit it on the point. You hit it on point. But I still think too, if you think about the movie, other than the boxing, I felt like it was about the women.
Yeah,
I'm dead serious. That dialogue between man and woman was way too much. I'm supposed to look. One of the most unmanly parts in the movie to me was when that nigga went to the hood to look for that nigga, man, and they punched that nigga smooth in his motherfucking face.
And he walked away.
And this nigga just got up and walked to his motherfucking car. What type nigga is this? This is how I knew that the influence on this movie is about to change. The next Creed is about to be a woman. She's about to be a motherfucking buff looking woman, and it's about she about to have a war with somebody daughter, probably gonna be the Russian's daughter from Rocky. What is that 4? It's gonna be the Russian's daughter. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's coming. And the problem is that Michael B. Jordan is allowing it to happen. This tells you his inner self. He's He's an acting Tyrese, bro. That's who he is.
Mm.
Real emotional. Because if you look, I'm just saying, even in the movie, dog, the dialogue. Now he didn't write it, but he did produce it. So it is the image of where he wants this movie to go. So just him and his interaction with his woman when he's deciding to do something, she was always standing over him.
Mm-hmm.
She was always telling him the next move, or you better do this, go do that. And she was talking so like powerful and shit. Like she was really, it just totally fucked me up, man. It just totally fucked me up. And I know that part is there. Go ahead.
I'll say specifically, there was one part specifically where they were like having, it was him and his wife, and they were sitting down talking like side by side. And if you watching the scene, it seems like the dialogue just went on a little bit too long for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any of y'all remember that feeling? Like I'm listening to them talking, and then because I think she was talking about losing her hearing or some shit, and then he was talking about the group home shit or something like that, and both of them was talking, and it just seemed like, is it me or this scene is just too long for no fucking reason?
She was talking about how sad she was and how everybody needs somebody to talk to, as if to say, see, I'm going through something too. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about your vulnerabilities too. And I'm watching this shit. And when he said, I don't want to talk about it, that should have been the end of it.
Right.
It was almost like she was trying to force him to talk about it.
Right.
Tell me how you feel.
It seemed weird. Like that little part right there, I was like,
Well, he never in the whole movie let him have a self-confirming thought. It was always confirmed secondary by somebody else,
mm-hmm.
by her. Like every little thing was confirmed by her. Her thought line or her way to handle things was always better. And so he was second guessing himself during the whole movie. Even when it was time to fight, like it was her idea. You better fight him then. You know, like it was her idea to fight and settle it in the ring. You know, so
yeah. If you look at it, it was no leadership. So she was leading the whole time. He was just so used to, because if you've got to understand where he came from. He came from the leadership of a woman. So he never really had the structure of a man to show him how to be a man. So he just took the umbilical cord out of Claire Huxtable. We call it Claire. He took the umbilical cord. Mm-hmm. Hey, who ain't even his motherfucking mother, of course. He took the umbilical cord out of her and put it into the other bitch and let her lead him like she's his mom. And I think he looked at her not as wife, but more like mom, where everything he did was wrong and he will always get chastised. I wish my kid knocked that little motherfucking girl out, and I'm going to give her video games. We're going out for ice cream. And you know what? In front of the principal, I'm going to say, hey, you know you shouldn't be better than that. You shame on you. And then we get outside. That's my baby. You fuck that girl up more. Next time you punch her, throw an elbow. But wait a minute. No, look. Excuse me, babe. Let me talk to mom real quick. Bitch. I'm serious. Did you say something?
Right.
Who the fuck think you talking to? Who the think you trying to lead and direct? You should just nod your head. And if you got an issue with that shit, you don't put me on Front Street in the school, in the principal. You put me on Front Street when I'm sitting down having a sip of something, looking into the fire, and I'll let you discuss that shit. But other than that, don't you be telling me what the fuck, man. I mean, hey, I'm gonna call my lawyer up, just like his little punk ass, the gym guy, the motherfucker from The Wire, that little punk motherfucker. That little skinny punk motherfucker from The Wire. The gym guy, the guy who's got the attitude and shit. I'd have said, you fired. Get your bitch ass out. Everybody was big. It's like everybody was feminine in this shit. And the only damn near close masculine motherfucker was the bad guy. Yep. And that's why he was bad.
I'm going to tell you something else I caught, right? Now, bear in mind, at the very beginning of the movie, when it was at school, she had a problem with the daughter fighting. There's other ways you can handle your disputes. You ain't got to fight. Until it came time to him fight. Now she's giving him the blessing. Go ahead and fight. Not only that, if y'all remember when he walked, when they were at the gym and the daughter was secretly watching one of his boxing matches. And then she got up and was hitting the back. He said, this could be our secret. like as if to say, "Don't tell your mother."
Right.
Yeah.
Then,
See?
at the end of the movie,
This
after
bitch
the
ass
fight,
nigga, man.
the daughter's in the
He's a
boxing
bitch
ring
ass
waiting.
nigga,
Now
man.
it's cool because Mama said it's cool. I got a problem with that shit.
That's facts. That's heavy facts.
Hey, go ahead.
No, real quick. The part in the school again. It was only one incident where the daughter fought, and that part was real crappy too. Where the little girl just came over, took her artwork, and just ripped it in half. And then you didn't. Did you even really see a fight between her and the girl?
There was no squabbling.
And was there any build up? Like, oh, this girl been bothering her for weeks, and no build up. Just one little scene where the girl ripped up her shit, and then cut to, oh, she shouldn't be fighting, and blah blah blah. It's like, oh my god, like the continuity was kind of crazy. But go ahead, 50.
You know, I'm gonna throw this out there, man, because this is part of the Manly review. So I'm gonna throw this out there, this section right here. So when you see a movie with a boxing, there's a level of violence, there's some hood shit. What do we know is gonna happen? Dog, what did y'all feel about there being no clapping of the cheeks in this movie? There was no fucking in this movie. There was no sex scenes. There was no nipple, titties, nothing. It wasn't even suggested, nigga.
Hey, real quick,
can we talk about that, nigga? It was none of that.
Let me tell you something. The only thing close to it was Michael B. Jordan acting like a hoe for his wife. Because you saw the part where he went to go visit her when she was in the studio, and he was like, he started to lift up his shirt like, ooh, you could touch on this and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, like a bitch.
Yeah, but exactly, that was the only. And then the other part where Jonathan Majors' character, after he won the fight and he got a little apartment, he had a little bitch on it.
Yeah. She was laying on her stomach.
Yeah, you ain't even catch none of that, really. You understand what I'm saying? But I feel you, 50. There was no real.
It should be clapping in the cheeks. I was like, he about to beat this little light skinned bitch up. But the cheeks is about to happen.
Wait, was this PG or rated?
I don't know what it was, but this is what I'm saying.
Right.
If I rated G and shit, the shit was
I'm saying after he won, they should have showed the clip of that motherfucker just chilling the fuck out. And he have a chick say, hey, you come on over here. And then later on, while Michael B. Jordan with Stephen A. Smith, again, he should be laid back on the couch, leaning back like this, and all you see is a head bobbing. That's what all you see is a head bobbing. Yeah, he should be like,
no blop or nothing.
It was PG-13. It was PG-13. Yeah.
But that CC, and I don't even look at that shit no more. But now. That's a telltale shit that it's gonna be real gummy bear because what they're trying to do is they trying to dumb this shit down for these women. I'm telling you, dog.
Yeah.
It should have been some nigga. This is nigga, like what do they say? Nigga, this is 2023. Nigga, you know the angles. Nigga, have y'all motherfuckers seen motherfucker BMF and shit? This is on Stars, nigga. Where is this at, nigga? Where is
straight up
nigga, none of that, bro. Nigga? This was a boxing movie, hood niggas, and it was no clapping of the cheeks.
Cause you know how it is where they take you to the house of the villain nigga, and as soon as the camera opens up, you just see an ass, and then you follow the ass through the room. You see a nigga over there smoking something. You see a on the nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? You just follow her ass through the room. You see a whole bunch of different shit going on until they show you the villain and what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should have been something, but nothing like that.
What would have been a dope scene though is when they went to Jonathan Majors' crib. If there would have been like a shower fuck scene, I'm sure the women would have loved that. Then a chick go lay down on the couch, and then while he's still in the shower, hey babe, such and such is on ESPN or something. Then a nigga come out of the shower and talk that shit.
Yeah.
Little motherfucker different.
But this what I'm saying. She could have had that body out there. We could have just seen her out there. Just come on, dog. This is supposed to be a man's fucking movie, and this is what you deliver us, nigga. Lil Nemo, nigga. That's pretty much what we watch. Lil Nemo with boxing gloves.
Yo, you know, but like you said before, the symbolism, right? Everybody understands that every piece of symbolism in the movie, the background, how it's done, just like his house. His house was nice, right? A lot of glass, the glass stairs. Even the dude came in like, you got You got a glass floor, you know, just to show the success. All that shows the success and it fits the storyline. So here you have a storyline, like you said, no clapping the cheeks at all.
No.
What type of symbolism are they putting out there for that? One of the most successful men, right? He got one of the most successful men in boxing, got the gym open, all that, and he's still begging for it. Come on, you got a little time for this? You got a little time for this? I got to raise my shirt for you. You got a little, no, I don't have a little, well, maybe a little. You know, like, are we seriously begging here? Right here?
And an average bitch. Nigga, that was an average bitch.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, if I'm directing the movie I'm in,
right.
No,
if I'm directing the movie I'm in, I'm not begging for nothing. Why would I direct a movie where I'm begging for something?
Yeah, I'm 99 overall in the movie, by the way. That's why I can't do it. My overall rating, I'm fucking bitches all type of shit. Go ahead.
Yo, Jay Roman, to add to the point of, you see, K-Zag, and that's why your point was so good, because that little nuance was to add to the point of her job being important to the contribution of the family riches. You get what I'm saying? Because he went down there to go see about her because he was feeling kind of peckish. You know what I'm saying? He wanted a snack, and she was like, "Oh, I got too much to do right now," and blah blah blah. And then he was like, "Well, I could go in there and lay down some vocals for you, but in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? Don't you want to touch on this? Don't you want to do something with me?" And blah. And it's like, all of my boxing paid for all this shit, so you could fucking chill. You can chill on whatever the fuck you doing in that little studio and come over here and suck daddy's dick. That's what you need to be doing. But like, just like K-Zaggin said, they did that on purpose to show that whatever she's doing with her music shit is like 50-50 contributing to the house and the this and the that. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, that's a nuance of how it went down for the whole agenda.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was added in there, kind of on some. We got to make her seem like she's the equal contributor.
Exactly.
That way, when we make it seem like he got to ask permission and she's doing shit, this is why. It's almost as if to say to women, if you are a working woman, if you make money, don't let your man run the household. You got equal say in this motherfucker too. Right. You don't gotta fuck him when you don't want to fuck him. No, that type of shit, right? Also, what bothered me is when old boy came over and they went to the little bar, and he said the women run the house.
Wait, he said that?
He said, yeah.
Oh yeah, he said that.
Yeah, he did say that.
He said, it's the women run this shit. I just live here. He said that.
That's what he said.
He said that shit in the movie. Yo, now that I'm really like thinking,
you know what, nigga, this is a bitch ass movie. Nigga.
This is a bitch ass fucking movie.
There wasn't even a card girl.
I told y'all.
In the boxing scenes, there was not even a card girl. Round 2.
Card, yeah.
Oh man, you so fucking right, my dude. Where the ring girl?
It wasn't no ring girl, huh?
No, no cheeks hanging out, no shorts with the ring girl.
Yo, why y'all made me review this movie? Now I will never watch this fucking movie again. I will never watch this fucking movie again.
Oh, speaking of the ring, one of the scenes that irritated me the most, and I apologize to the people that was in the theater because I had to say it out loud. Like, what is this? Is when they was fighting in the ring, and all of a sudden the ring disappeared. And he was fighting. All this old, like, it just took away from the movie. You know, the sounds of the crowd was taken away, and he's just boxing himself. You know, he's boxing old scenes, and he's boxing. And I'm just like, it was not needed. It was not needed. Maybe for a build up, a scene where he's practicing or he's trying to get ready for the fight.
Right.
You know, but right in the middle of the main event, right in the middle of the main fight, they want to slow it down, and he's punching in the air, and something flies by him, and he punches like, what is this?
Yeah, it was like
it just took away from the scene.
Twilight Zone.
Jail bars fell behind them and shit.
Jail bars.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was that?
I mean, me personally, I kind of like the symbolism of that personally, but that's just me.
So you're a photographer, though.
Yeah, exactly.
You see shit differently.
I see it a little different.
So yeah, I'm a surface level nigga, man. And to me, it was real, like real retarded. You know what I mean? Like real retard. It's like, come on, my nigga. Who, like, I'm a creative nigga, but nigga, the crowd was there.
Right.
Nigga, I just wanted to see the nigga just whooping. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was lightweight, not going for Michael B. Jordan though. That's how I'm such a. I'm such a nigga. I wanted that other nigga to win because I wanted the next Creed for that nigga to have to come back and try to get this nigga, man.
Yes, I thought that's how it was gonna go down.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping for that because that would have been a good storyline.
Yeah.
Didn't win, but even with Rocky 2, Creed, even though Creed won, he was pissed. He's like, I didn't win the right way. I want a rematch. You know what I mean? That would have been a good build-up.
No, 50, I swear, brother. I swear. I was like, I really don't. Even if Michael B. Jordan wins, if Adonis's character, and shout out to Boxing Plug Dave for the $2 super chat. He says Miles versus Creed, Miles by KO. Salute to the panel. Yo, appreciate you, brother. But real quick though, I said that to myself where based on this nigga's skills, like the way he was hitting the other dude with those tactical or strategic like dirty punches or whatever. I was like, I know he gonna do that shit to Creed and fuck his shit up. And if Creed wins this boxing match, it's not gonna feel realistic to me. And it's like once he won, it's like, all right, you tied everything up in a nice little bow, but I just don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt, bro. You know what I mean?
And then they was all in the locker room together and shit. At the end,
I told you to move
it's just fucking kumbaya and shit. Like,
Well, see, I like that part though.
You's a fuck nigga, man. That's the first thing I'd have said.
You ain't a fuck nigga. Funeral, you fuck.
Nigga, I'm he's all type of bitches, nigga. I'll lose the fight, nigga, because I know, nigga, you didn't come to the jail, nigga. You didn't come to prison to visit me, nigga. Nigga, your bitch ain't shit, nigga. That's why I'm glad your mama died, nigga. Nigga, come on, we just lost a motherfucking fight, nigga. We just lost a battle, you know. Come on, my nigga. I was like, it was both on a little bench, you know.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you why I like that part
bonding and hugging it up. Come on, my nigga. You know what it is. 18 years. This nigga's a bitch ass nigga, and you let your nigga punch him right in the face, nigga, outside in the hood, but now because I lost, nigga, fuck this nigga, man. I'm walking in, what's up, nigga? You's a bitch, nigga, your bitch is a bitch, fuck your daughter. Nigga, I'm going over here. Come on, my nigga, y'all know when y'all motherfucking can't stand a nigga, man. There's no rules to this.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the only reason why I like that part. This is the only reason why. And I told you already, man. There's so many people I fought that we became cool afterwards. That's just man stuff. Like, you know, we have a disagreement. It comes to blows. It comes to hands.
Yeah.
And then we cool afterwards. Now it may not be that quick.
That's only when we was young.
It may not be that quick.
But Jay, I agree with you, but add 18 years.
Yeah.
You're right, but add a month to the run in 18 years. Add that behind that. And we moving furniture. You beat me, but we moving furniture. We gonna be moving furniture with that motherfucker.
We might have to do this again. Yeah, 18 years. We might have to do this again.
Hey, nigga, and you know what though? We only cool when we were younger though. Think about that, nigga. As a grown man, nigga, we squabble. Nigga, fuck your whole life, nigga. I'm telling you, nigga, because we're at our maximum capacity. We're at our maximum strength right now, nigga. We doing some real damage out here, nigga. And this nigga got me feeling all sore and shit after I done hit you and shit. Nigga, fuck you, your family, your kids, your wife.
Hey, Cuzzo, man, I've been around too long, dog. You know what I'm talking about.
I know, man. I can't do it.
How many times the homies we done went to the yard? We done went to that grass, man.
Yeah, we squabbled, but that was like when we was young, my nigga. Like I'm telling you, nigga, I was young. Next day, nigga, we yawning. Nigga, ain't no soreness. Nigga, we in our 40s. Nigga, I wish a nigga would swing on me right now. Nigga, it could be death. It could be death.
Oh, facts, bro.
Nigga, that's real talk. Nigga, you trying to kill me. And so my whole thought process, when we get in that locker room, just think about how he really whooped this nigga though. Y'all remember that scene when that nigga was just pounded on that nigga? I was like, damn, when is nigga gonna go down? Nigga, just go down, nigga. You get your ass whooped. And when he hit that nigga with that strong right, and that nigga just his whole face, mind you, we ain't seen all the little. Remember how we was talking about how he just when he was fighting when he was younger, he was like checkmate. He already kind of knew like where was this?
Yeah, that would have been a perfect time. Perfect time to put that in there.
Where was this shit at? When it was going down.
Yeah,
I don't know, dog.
It's those little things with the continuity that he didn't execute and bring shit back and connect shit. Like his mom's death wasn't connected. So many things wasn't. That whole checkmate idea was beautiful. He didn't use that in the last fight, and he used it when he was blocking. And then they used that little thing where they did the eye shit, and they made the camera shake a little bit, and then he punched right in between his.
That shit was tight, man.
Guard. But they could have used it so much better. You know what I'm saying? They could have used the checkmate idea. They could have because it could have been checkmate against the Creed vision. You know what I'm saying? It could have been like competing superpowers or competing strategies of how we gonna win this fight. It could have been so much better. If he had, because there was ideas were there, but he just didn't use them enough. And again, it should have been leading up to Creed 4. You understand? He should have lost that fucking. He should have lost it because he should have done that same dirty shit. He should have took his fucking arm.
I was looking for that.
Hit him in the shoulder.
Where was that at, nigga? That Cobra Kai shit right there. Nigga. Where was that at?
Where was that at, nigga? And then the next thing would have been then maybe in the next one he beat him and then they become friends or whatever they reconcile or something like that. It could have been a lot better and just pull back on the chick flick shit and then it could have been a better movie, man. Definitely, man.
So I'm gonna go here, man. We wrapping it up, but I want to say this, man. We got 1 out of 5 stars. We're gonna go around and give me your stars and give me why. 5's the best, of course. 4's good. You know what I mean? No. 5 is the awesome. 4 is great. 3 is good, and then anything below than that, dog, is pretty much one-time seed and trash is 1 star.
I'm saying 2 stars because it's a black man directed it, and I can't be that harsh. My blackness will not allow me to give it just 1 star. So I'll give it 2 stars just for that. But like after y'all pointed out, because I noticed things that I didn't like with the movie, but pointing out everything that y'all pointed out, I would never. That shit will never take 2 hours of my life ever again. So I'm sorry. It's a wrap.
Go ahead and say
2 stars.
I'm gonna go ahead and say 2. 1 for the reason that Miles just said. Well, the cinematography was dope too. You know what I'm saying? Some of the graphics was dope, so I can't knock that. The fighting scenes is all I like. All that other shit they can keep. That's it. I don't like nothing else about that.
Storyline was trash.
Storyline was booty. The fact that he was a hoe, you know what I'm saying? That was booty. You know what I'm saying? So the fighting scenes I fuck with, but all that other shit they can keep. So I'm gonna throw 2 stars at it.
I would say 5 stars minus 4 stars. And, I'm not gonna knock a black director,
right?
But I need not black realism. I need man realism added in there. I need, like I say, ring chicks, like Jay was saying. I need fucking. I need attitude. Like Fifth was saying, I need fuck your parents, fuck your mama, death.
Yeah,
it's
our culture. This is our culture, nigga. We fuck you, nigga.
I need a realism that I need a motherfucker to say that to show black loyalty. I mean, they're not even showing that. They're not showing that. Okay, I go to jail, and then what? You just give up on me,
right?
What does that tell our culture, dude? Like, fuck the next man. But like I told you, this movie shows you why you shouldn't do shit for anybody. Because it was again, that's why I give it 1 star. I support the black movement, but it just needed one of us to be behind his ear saying, no, motherfucker, we got to change that. We got to rewrite that shit. You can't have her do that, dog. You can't just make it for the non-melanin people. You got to make it for everybody, where everybody can realize, like we say BMF or like Power or something, where we like, okay, this shit is really real. This is like it really actually can happen in real life.
Yeah, for
real.
real.
In fantasy. So I'll give it 5 stars -4.
What you got, Jay Roman?
I'm giving it a 2, and it's a 2 just because I love when they have a movie where they have the main characters and the same characters throughout the movie. I enjoy that, not replacing anybody, but the characters are in the movie. I give it a 2 because we talk about Michael B. Jordan's character, the Creed character, but at the same time, the other dude's character, I like. He was down when he called on the show to antagonize him. When he was talking to him, and he was straight up like, what's up, homie? Like, even when he came out talking about his car, he just kind of laughed at him. He was letting him know, like, look, man, whatever you talking, I'm here, and I'm here for a reason. I like that factor of it. But all the other stuff that we mentioned before, it just took a lot away from the movie. Just think about the original Rocky, how gritty it was, right? Rocky was gritty. It was, he got down just to do work. His whole thing was, I'm a boxer. I love boxing. I'm not smart. I don't read a lot of books. I'm not, I don't involve myself in the day-to-day of raising the children and all this. Remember, Rocky couldn't even talk to his son. Remember, Rocky, he couldn't even connect with his son. He was like, hey, little son, I'm not smart. See, you smart like that. I just bang my fist, and it was just a certain vibe that's like, man, this man, boxes, and I didn't see that. It's just no grit. He's just all over the place trying to appease everybody. Right. And so yeah, it's only 2 stars from me.
You know what it was? They should have called it Creed 3, Mr. and Mrs. Creed's Breakthrough.
And one big problem that I figured they really fucked up.
Yeah,
they could have had your boy fight Drago's son first. After he won, he could have fought Drago, fight him, and then even if he fought Creed and they did 3 rounds and cut it right there and went, Creed 4, we'll finish it up. Just to put a build up to it. Because Drago should have got his shot some way because of the fuck up. So Drago, him beating Drago, and then Rocky working, and then they meet. They start off 4 or 5 rounds, and then it cuts to be continued next year. Then that would have been a little bit of excitement.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead.
I'll say this real quick. In the entire Rocky series, and tell me if y'all agree with me, but the entire Rocky or Creed series, because looking at all this bitch ass nigga shit, but the realest moment in the entire Rocky Creed series was when Mr. T looked at this nigga and say, "Hey woman, hey, why don't you come up and bring your pretty self to my apartment tonight? Because you know what a real nigga looks like."
That's what they needed.
I remember.
Yeah. He was like, Rocky, you ain't no champion. You ain't giving me no shot. I could beat your ass. He was like, hey, woman. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, woman. Bring your yo, shout out to Mr. T for that. That shit was the realest fucking moment in entire fucking Rocky universe. Are you kidding? Hey, woman. Why don't you bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight? And I show you what man look like.
Wow. Do you remember how Rocky's character acted? He ready to fight.
He was ready.
He was ready to fight after that shit.
He's ready to fight, nigga. And Rocky was a short, stocky nigga too, man. He was a motherfucker, boy. But I'm gonna go on mine, man. I'm gonna say this, man, because this is the way I judge, man. There was no pretty women in this movie, right? So Claire Huxtable, I give Claire, all right, but she's older. She, red pill.
It's off on the side with Claire right now.
Red pill. She, red pill. She hit the wall.
Hit the wall.
So we're going to exclude her. But there was no chicks in there. And then all the characters had bitch ass nigga moments, right? They all was like real. There was no real aggression to them, right? So this is part of the storyline. And then it was really about the women. It was really a chick flicks to me. And that's the feel I got. the boxing was good, but it didn't overshadow my number one part of the movie. I hated, and I judged it, and it had me walking away like I'm never going to watch this shit again. Instead of teaching your daughter how to cook and clean, you put her in a ring. You dumb motherfucker. So I'm gonna say this: the next generation of women are gonna be swinging on niggas because they think they can fucking fight. So I'm gonna say, look, fuck this nigga, man. I don't give a fuck if he producing it. Hey, I love black folks. I can't stand niggas, and so I'm gonna tell you right now, it's him. It's him. He's vaginal, so I can't support a vaginal nigga, man. So you know what? Fuck him. I don't give a fuck if he produced it or not, nigga. I'm going to say I'm going to give this motherfucker a 1, and the only reason I'm going to give this motherfucker a 1 star is because of the fight scenes. Nigga, the shit was incredibly violent, and I felt like every time a nigga was getting hit, I was like, that shit looked real as fuck to me.
Yeah, it did. That's true.
So I will give him that. But everybody out there that's watching this, teach your daughter how to cook and clean. Don't put no boxing gloves. If she's shadow boxing around the motherfucking house, nigga, that's not it. So I'm just gonna say, man, and in closing, man, what y'all got to say in closing, man, before we get about here?
I'll just say this real quick. Guys, there's a lot of things that I didn't even notice, man. And I really want to show my appreciation to my brothers for pointing certain things out. But that just goes to show that when it comes to game, when it comes to masculinity, when it comes to certain things, we really got to guard our fucking brains and notice what the fuck they trying to put in our brains. Notice what they trying to show us on these TV screens and in these movies, man. Because there's a lot of like slick ass, female empowerment things that could fuck a nigga mind up, and for the young impressionable kid, you know what I'm saying? He don't even know what he's seeing. All he's seeing is a bunch of women talking shit and men listening. You understand what I'm saying? And so we got to be careful in the things that we consume and safeguard our masculinity. You know what I'm saying? So it's your boy Miles Cunningham. Appreciate 1950 and the panel. Shout out to the chat for coming over even through the technical difficulties, man. And I really appreciate it and enjoyed this review, man. Appreciate y'all.
Let me add this. Appreciate you, 50, for having me come through. Let me say this, and guys got to remember this, that when it comes to Hollywood, there's a hierarchy for who they make their movies for, and men are at the bottom of that hierarchy.
Thanks.
Okay, women and children are above us, so y'all have to remember that. Also, for the people in the chat that didn't see it, and you're saying, I don't know if I want to see it now, be a man and go see it anyway and judge for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, we appreciate that our opinions carry that much weight with some of y'all, but go see it for yourself and judge it for yourself. Right? Just go watch it for yourself and see what you take from it. Because how you see it might not be how we saw it because we think different.
Right.
I want to put that out there.
Yeah, but I just want to say, but if they see it the way they see it and they cool with the show, then that's how they feel. I mean, we're kind of a cheat sheet. I'm saying, if y'all guys like, well, that was great, man. I really loved it. It was just so close. I connected. Nah, man, y'all kind of got a cheat sheet. See it for yourself, but just go back and see where we're talking about the points, so you can have more clarity yourself. Because, like again, you talking motherfuckers that have street smarts, got street game. We ain't using book smarts here, so y'all gonna see it through book smarts and feel good and all that other silly shit that y'all do. We don't see that shit like that. That's why
it's art.
Yeah, it's art. Yeah, and all that other shit. So yeah, watch the movie, but don't watch it through your eyes. Try to watch it with some game.
And real quick, shout out to Nate the Noble. This is a good point. He says Rocky not being in it is an auto red flag. You know what I'm saying? Rocky not wanting to have nothing to do with this movie is a red flag. That's a fact. But y'all got it.
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone, he's old school. If you think about his movies, he is old school. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, when they started adding all those vaginal points, shout out 50, he was like, what the fuck is this shit? You're fucking up the brand.
Up the brand.
Why you got this bitch in the ring swinging at the air? Go ahead, Jay Roman.
Yeah, for me, I would tell y'all, make sure you understand that anything you watch, entertainment, documentary, it doesn't matter. There's people that edit, there's people that produce, and it's for a purpose. It influence your mind.
Yeah.
You can't take a day off because everything in there is a symbolism or something that they want you to think about and want you to take away from the movie. So if you do go watch the movie, start looking at it, or when you watch TV, start looking at it in different eyes. What are they trying to show me? Why is it that he's in the ring with the little girl instead of the little boy? Why is it that she's speaking a whole bunch about in this movie when the whole movie is about boxing and fighting, but she doesn't box or fight? And there was not really any musical scenes in the movie at all, besides one little scene too. So, just think about, why are they showing me and doing things this way? And you got to start having a filter, because the sad part about it is, as we raise children and we bring them to the movies that we like, and we show them the things that we're thinking, oh, it's just entertainment. This is not influencing me, but it's influencing your young ones, influencing them. And you take a day off, and there you go. That's another day that influence just affected them.
Yep.
Now, I know they say bad publicity, and it's still publicity, but I ain't gonna lie. That whole corny thing about Michael B. Jordan came out, and when I seen the movie and I knew he produced it, and there were certain scenes, it just connected me to reality. Like, you know what? That's his real personality of corniness coming out in the movie. It was kind of hard watching the movie and not saying that. Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, come on, that's kind of weak right there. The way he said that's kind of corny. So it affected the movie watching for me. So maybe somebody else too, but check that out on your own. I do encourage everybody to go support the movies, and because there's a lot more people that put movies together besides just the actors. There's people in the backgrounds, the studios, the extras, and all that stuff that get paid from these movies. Go support movies. I really enjoy movies, so I ain't gonna never say don't see it, but at least see it with a filter.
Watch out for more Michael B. Jordan directed movies. They're gonna be love stories. Watch out for they're all gonna be love stories.
It's an R&B nigga, man. It's an R&B.
The Notebook too.
No, right.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did a Notebook with a black cast. I would not be surprised.
I've never seen that movie, nigga. The Notebook.
Me neither. Never.
Don't watch it. It's gonna piss you off. Don't watch it.
Never seen that shit.
So look, I know we about to get up out of here. Appreciate you guys coming through. Next week we will have another one here. We will be doing Think Like a Man next week, man. So I appreciate you guys coming. Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Been good in that blue dress though. Okay.
Oh, she was
making good in a lot of dresses.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, making good. Like a red pill nigga. She's back to the streets. She's out here again, baby. Now what it was, that pastor just ain't had no game, nigga. That's what it was, nigga. The nigga just had no game. That's all it was, nigga. She got bored with that nigga. He wasn't hitting the bottom. But I appreciate everybody, man. We up out of here, man. Peace out.
Peace.